we're cooking a classic from where I come from. We're gonna do a curry fried bologna. There's probably chicken in here and maybe some goat.
Did he say probably?
Well, Tychon'S not here. I just want you to know, I should have won Big Brother. It should have been me. Pays like $100,000.
Is that Kiefer from season 9? Oh my god! Oh my god! Doing a little shopping with the boy. You already know. Guys, we need tapioca starch. Where's that gonna be? Would it be where the flour is? This is my guy. Welcome to the channel. You guys already know it's your boy Tychon, the winner of the champ of BBCAN 9. But here's the other winner, my boy Kief it real.
That's true.
Welcome to my house.
I know.
Welcome to Toronto.
Like, man, it looks like you're a winner. Jeez. I mean, we're cooking. Should I say what we're cooking?
Yeah, tell us what we're cooking, buddy.
So today we're cooking a classic from where I come from. We're gonna do a curry fried bologna. Now, a lot of you might be thinking like, yo, that's gonna be gross. It's not. This is a staple where I come from. It's a survival food, and we just fancied it up a bit more. It's a blending of cultures.
You know what? Where I'm from, we love curry. We love a curry chicken, curry goat. That's a thing in Jamaican
There's
culture.
probably chicken in here, and maybe some goat.
Did he say probably?
Probably.
I think he said probably.
So we got it twice fried the bologna. We need to get oil in that pan.
Get a little oil in the pan. I'll get the oil going. We got some. What we got in here, Kief? What we got here?
Some bean sprouts. Those are going to be our topping. We got some peppers and mushrooms. And in here we got some red onions. And on the cutting board, you can't see, but we got some ginger and garlic already cut up, some aromatics to get it going. And we got some cilantro, garlic powder, and that's really all you need. It's a super simple recipe. And it's super versatile. You can literally add anything you want. It could be bologna, it could be chicken, it could be goat, it could be anything you want, as long as it's good. Oh, we got some coconut milk too, so we're gonna make it a coconut curry. And I'm also gonna add some shallots for some crunch at the end because we're really gonna sweat these onions.
This guy's a chef. You know, I'm running the kitchen. I'm running the kitchen, but you know, we got my little sous chef here doing his thing, telling us what's good. I'm the head chef. Just so we're clear. I know he's doing all the talking.
Where's the oil? So just a little bit. Coat the bottom of your pan. Bologna's already oily as hell, so you don't necessarily need too much. It's not gonna stick. What you're gonna want to do is get a really nice brown. So what I do is I do twice fried bologna. So cut your steak, and you need steaks. You can't have that pre-sliced bologna.
That pre-sliced stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Kief, why bologna? What is it about bologna that's...
It's delicious. Super versatile. It's salty. It's unctuous, and it's a survival food. Obviously I grew up on it. And it's just like from our culture back home. It's like fried bologna. They call it Indian steak. And you can only say that if you're an Indian, so be careful who you're talking around.
I will not be saying that today. For the record.
I call it hide steak. It's hide steak. Make sure your hands are washed. I'm pretty sure I washed mine like a couple days ago. So we're gonna just get a really nice brown. I'm actually gonna crank the heat on this. Because you can really abuse the bologna. Like you can get a really nice crisp. And what we're gonna be looking for is like a super fried bologna on both sides. And then we're gonna cut it into cubes and fry it again. That's why I call it twice fried bologna.
Together, you know, get a little second camera going. Action here.
I should probably be using a utensil or something on my hands.
He's just using his hands.
One thing I did on Big Brother as well is like, I knew I was on TV, so like, I washed my hands like an insane amount so people weren't like, yo, this guy's disgusting, you know what I'm saying? So, and I do it at home too, but no, there's no camera, so there's like almost no worries.
Kief, you know what have me dying? So we're in the house on Big Brother, and Kief made a curry, and did we use coconut? So there's a coconut oil that was used as a shampoo as well.
Yeah. Oh, we put it back in there.
It was in the shower, used as a moisturizer for people's hair.
Yeah, everybody used it in their hair. I never did that before.
Everybody.
I put it on my tattoos, but I never put it in my hair.
This same coconut oil was used in a meal for the house.
So the bologna's naturally salty. So you don't really need to add anything to this at all. It's the first thing that you're gonna want to cook. Yeah, see, it's getting brown. We want it a bit browner than that on each side.
Alright.
Low key, that smells delicious already.
Yes, it does.
So like traditionally, you'll see in a lot of dishes with bologna back home, like people will fry bologna, and then they'll have it with a side of like rice and creamed corn, and then that's the whole dish. And then like some people will dip it in ketchup. Some people will just like put a little bit of butter on it, salt and pepper, and that's how they eat it. Like people still eat that all the time back home. Like it's just something we grew up with.
So bologna is like a common use thing in different dishes?
Super common use. And you know, obviously we come from like a super rich culture, but we have a history of not being super rich. And this is just like a survival thing that we've adapted into coming into our own and adapting with like society.
Yeah.
So this, to me, this meal like signifies the transition from being oppressed into flourishing in a society, or trying to.
Yeah, I love that.
It's the trend. It's that stop where indigenous people finally started on the come up, and this is just like a dish that signifies that. So I love it.
I'm so glad
I love it.
Yo, Kief, so this reminds me actually, Jamaican culture is the same thing with oxtail. Are you familiar with oxtail?
Yeah, I am.
Same kind of idea. Like oxtail is that thing that the butcher would give you for free.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where now it's a delicacy and people actually want oxtail. Oxtail is something that is really big in Toronto culture and in Jamaican culture too.
This is like how you want your bologna to look right here. That's a good looking bologna. You don't need much more fry than that. You don't want it to blacken, you just want a really nice dark brown on that bologna. It's kind of funny to say. Dark brown bologna. So that's how it is. Real easy. We got, this is going for our chow mein noodles because we're gonna have it over chow mein. And yeah. And actually, like after we're done this, we're gonna let the bologna rest, and then we're gonna sweat all the veggies into the dish, and then add the ginger and the garlic, and the dish is really just gonna build itself, and it's gonna be super flavorful. And again, if all you had was onions, bologna, and curry, you could make this dish. Like it doesn't need anything else. The dish holds up on its own.
On its own.
And you obviously don't have to just have bologna. You could have literally anything. Any type of protein or any type of vegetable, tofu,
chicken,
anything.
beef.
There's so many options. It could just be veggie. Like in the house, a lot of people will know, and they actually mention it to me because I cook dinner every night, but I always cook bread and veggie dish. Every single time we cook, I always made sure that there was a veggie dish to go on the side of that.
Imagine, this guy would have won. He was cooking for everybody. And we know—
First cook. First cook to make it that far.
And food is the way to your heart. Like food's the way to my heart, and food's the way I'm gonna find my person, my love, you know? Stay home daddy.
Well, Tychon'S not here. Just want you to know, I should have won Big Brother. It should have been me, not him. I'm spiking the bologna with laxatives. So when he eats it, it's gonna be lonely. It's gonna be like crazy. Everywhere. Tychon, everywhere it's gonna be crazy. Don't eat my bologna, I'm gonna spike it. I should have that under cheese. Not him. No, I'm not spiking the bologna. Just subscribe. Have you clicked that subscribe button? Click it, it's so easy. I'm subscribed. It was weird seeing Ty for the first time. I felt like I was on his YouTube channel when he showed up. So we got a good cook side there, a good cook side there. Now it's gonna sound weird, but you gotta let your bologna rest for a little bit here.
Bologna gotta retire for a bit.
Yeah, so we're gonna let it rest, add a little bit more oil, and then we're gonna add our onions, because these need the longest cooking time. So we just got a red onion, purple onion, whatever you wanna call it. I'm not into the controversy. So we're gonna sweat our onions really quickly. We don't want it burning, we want it crisping.
Crisping versus burning.
So we're just gonna add a little bit of salt to this, a little bit of soy sauce. Not much. Soy sauce does tend to like, it will char and it will like burn. So you just gotta be careful with that. And then we're gonna start adding seasoning to it. So right now we're gonna add the garlic. And I don't use recipes. Like I was telling, I'm not a big recipe guy. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. And we're gonna start adding our curry in as well. So we just got a nice curry paste. It's full of flavor. You can get green curry, red curry, yellow curry, whatever. We're going green curry today. Drop it on in. And the dish is all about building flavor. We're building, we fried the bologna in the pan. Believe it or not, bologna's gonna leave some type of flavor in there for the onions to pick up. Oh man, that smells so good.
It smells so good, Kief.
So right now we're just creating a paste with the onions and everything has a good cooking time. So I want my onions to be a lot softer than the other vegetables that I'm gonna be adding. We're gonna let these cook for a bit. And we're gonna be adding curry as we go, because that's just how I do it. I don't know if that's like, I'm not a chef, I'm a cook. I just cook, I cook on feel. You know what I'm saying?
You cook with your heart.
I cook with my heart.
That's what I love.
We don't have to add the garlic right away. We can add it in later.
You know, that's one thing you taught me. Garlic, not adding it in right away.
Yeah.
It's changed the way I cook.
So many people make that mistake of adding the garlic the very first thing that they add. No, you can add it throughout the meal, and it really is more impactful of a dish. This water, it's actually supposed to smell so good.
It smells so good. I'm so excited, Kief.
And while we're waiting, we can probably cube up. Yeah, the bologna's cooled down. So what we're gonna do with the bologna is that's actually the next thing we're gonna add into this. So we're just gonna stack our bologna up, and we want it to be malleable and like the same size as like everything we've kind of cut. So we're gonna kind of cut like smaller cubes. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be like nice little cubes like that. And this crust is gonna get even crustier when we add it in, and it's gonna soak up that curry sauce and catch all the edges.
You refried? You recooked this?
Yeah, I recooked this. So we're gonna add this. So see, we're just gonna chop, and you can see like there's parts that aren't crusted, obviously, and that's what we want. This dish comes together so fast. Like we're 10 minutes away from eating. So in goes the ginger and garlic. Next goes in your bologna. I'm actually gonna turn the heat up a bit more to keep it going. We're gonna add, oh my God.
This looks so good. I never would have thought bologna. Bologna is one of those things we never took seriously.
No, nobody does. You know, it goes in a sandwich, it goes great in a sandwich, it's whatever. So we're probably gonna end up using about half the jar of curry paste. So I'm gonna add in more curry paste. And what I'm actually gonna do is just add a little bit of water to kind of dissolve the curry paste, because we're gonna thicken it later with our starch from our noodles that we're gonna cook. Because it's gonna be a bologna chow mein, curry bologna chow mein.
Chow mein, didn't even know that.
So you can really smell the ginger and the garlic cooking now.
Oh, it smells so good.
It is, and like, so we're gonna wanna cook this at high heat, because the onions are pretty much where we want them to be. We just need to get the flavor out of the ginger and the garlic. Literally, as soon as like everything kind of looks coated, like you'll notice that there's like it's kind of like pasty. You know what I mean? It doesn't really look like too much, but that's all gonna change once we add the coconut milk.
Low key, I'm learning so much.
Yo, you bring some ladies over here, or a special lady, you cook them. It doesn't have to be, I don't recommend cooking bologna for your first date. 6th, 7th date, when you got them locked, man. Well, bust out the bologna.
Listen, I'll cook that on the first date.
So vegetables all got different cooking times, right? And it's how you want your vegetables to be. So we're gonna want a bit more of a crunch and crisp on the mushrooms and peppers, so we're gonna add those in now.
So he knows what he's talking about. I didn't even know that. My peppers would have went in like at the start.
So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna let this cook down a bit. This is the dish you need to eat when it's hot and ready to go. You know, I've done fried bologna in a curry or even with spaghetti. Like I've chopped it down real fine and made like a bologna crumble to go on top with Parmesan, and it was really good.
So bologna's been part of your life for a long time.
It has, bologna, spam, like all that. Like it's a survival food. Like growing up, you know, poor, for lack of a better term, it's just the that you get. You know, although it's super expensive now.
Bologna?
It's like
yes, it was.
It's like a treat nowadays. So we got the water going. So traditionally, where I come from, the curries, it's not very thick. It's kind of soupy. We're gonna try to get a little bit of a thicker curry bologna today. And oh man, it smells so good. Broccoli, cauliflower, literally anything you like. It's such a versatile dish.
Am I using this wrong?
What's wrong with you? I do it left-handed.
Well, it looks like it works for you that way. It didn't work for me the right-handed.
So we just got coconut curry. We're gonna add the whole can.
Whole
it's gonna
can.
be really liquidy. And this is really where it's gonna get going good. So we're really gonna need to mix this up, and it's got a really nice color, but I can already tell I need a little bit more soy sauce and a little bit more curry powder as well, or curry paste. Because it's just not the color that I want it to be.
What color do you want it to be?
I want it to be a little bit more dark, more unctuous, more green. Like you mix it up, and it's obviously the coconut milk is going to take all the spices and everything that's been cooked and kind of make the stew of the curry like really unctuous and super flavorful. Now we're going to add a bit of citrus. We don't have lime juice, but we're going to adapt. We're going to add less than a teaspoon of citrus. It kind of just wakes everything up. Gives it that little bite. It could be lemon, it could be lime. I prefer lime.
Right now, not at the end.
Because it's going to add flavor with the coconut milk, and it's going to allow it to cook. We can add more, because I will be tasting it. Yeah.
Fresh cilantro.
Yeah. So this is actually gonna rehydrate, and it's gonna add a nice color and flavor.
Oh, it smells good. It smells like a curry.
So the paste is gonna need time to cook. And while we're letting this simmer, like I suggest after you add your final bit of curry seasoning, like look at that color. Like that's actually what I'm looking, like it's starting to come together. So we're gonna let that cook and the flavors build, and we're gonna thicken it with our noodle water. So we need the noodles. We got any type of noodle, whatever noodle you want would be good. You could literally have anything as your noodle. This is just what we got.
Making sure that strainer.
Yeah, we're almost ready to play here.
There we go.
Noodles are done, they really don't take long at all. Honestly, probably over.
Did you get the water in the?
Yeah, the water's in. Also save some in there, in a bowl in here, just in case we want to try to smell good. Yeah, so we just let those chill just for a little bit until we're ready to plate. We're gonna let this come to a high heat and then turn it down to low. And that's when the starch is gonna activate and thicken it a bit. And it's gonna be a salty dish, so usually you pair it with some fresh lime, cilantro, bean sprouts. We've got the bean sprouts. But again, it's just a dish that you just make happen. You know what I'm saying? You just make it happen. So we're almost ready to do the plating. I think bowls, we'll eat this in bowls. Yeah, 2 bowls, perfect. So we're just gonna start with the plating here.
That was quick.
It's a quick dish, and we kind of milked it a bit too. It doesn't need to take that long. That's what we're gonna do. Bologna cook, we're bringing it over here. It looks great. Just a nice scoop on top. Boom, make sure you get some more sauce in there. We're not done yet. I don't like how that looks.
So presentation matters to you?
Yeah, presentation definitely matters. I'm gonna clean that off. This bowl's chipped. This is my bowl, so my fingers and we're chilling. Then we're gonna add some nice bean sprouts here. Just on top. I mean, with taco presentation, that's nothing nice, just in the roll. That's good enough. Nice little bean sprouts action over here. Usually, we'll be using fish sauce.
Fish sauce?
That's a word native people have trouble saying.
Fish sauce?
Fish sauce, or the dishes. So we got that looking like that. And then actually we have some really nice dried shallots here. And I'm not gonna pass up an opportunity to use them because we bought them.
What happens with the dried shallots?
I'm just gonna put it on top for like a nice crunch here. So I'm just gonna cut the shallot up really quickly. Like just a little bit of it. So we just need half the shallot. So that's literally all we really need because it's just you and me, baby.
I didn't know what a shallot was till today.
It's just like a really bougie onion. Like that's literally all we need. So we're just gonna crumble a bit of that shallot on top. Like it doesn't add much, but it's gonna add a lot when you eat. Nice raw onion feel. It's gonna break down the salt. It's gonna help you the flavor palette just like that. And just for a little last thing, we don't have fresh cilantro, so we're just gonna put some dried cilantro.
Give me a little form in the yes. Keef.
That's all we need.
That's what I'm saying.
So you eat with your eyes, and that's good to go.
Yes.
That's blessed right there. It's done. It's ready to go.
It's ready to go.
This is fried bologna, and you can do it any style with any type of curry. It's super versatile.
Fried bologna, y'all.
You need a fork.
Would you guys try it? Let me know in the comments. What do you think about fried bologna? What's a meat you would use? Or would you use meat at all? Let me know.
Sure. You can use veggies. Veggies would be very good. Generally, I would use halibut, like fish, because I'm from the ocean.
I don't do the fish thing. You guys
I know, he never did the fish. That's why I'm worried. If you ever came to hide why people be trying to feed him, you'd be like, nah.
I would try it to be nice, but.
So I like to just destroy my dish right away, mix it all together how it's meant to be. Get a little bit of the bean sprout, bologna, the noodles.
How was it, Keef?
Pays like $100,000. I'm actually pretty happy with it.
125.
A little salty. I might add a little bit too much garlic powder, but I would serve this to my family any day. The bean sprouts add a nice little freshness to it. The bologna's salty. It's got a good mouthfeel when you bite into it. A little bit of crispy.
This is good. This hits. Guys, this is good. What?
Mm-hmm. And usually squeeze a fresh lime on top. Forget about it. It's actually pretty good. I'm happy with this.
Really good.
When I first tasted it, I was like, this ain't gonna be good, we're gonna have to pretend. But I'm low-key gonna eat.
No, there's no pretending. I'm eating this. I'm hungry too.
I'm hungry.
Well, guys, thank you to Kief for showing up today and cooking with us. Like, yo, I was the head chef, you know.
Yeah.
You guys already know I was in charge. But Kief really held it down in the kitchen. Yo, I'm happy, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. You already know. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Kief, coming back. If you want Kief to come back and cook another dish, let us know.
We're gonna cook again, and Ty needs to come up to my territory next time because I visited him. Now it's on them to come see me.
Oh, I'm coming 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Guys,
it's
you
on
know
them.
I'm gonna go visit my guy.
It's on them to come see me.
And guys, you already know what I say at the end of the video. Make someone smile. It'll make their day. Trust me, Kief. You make people smile?
Every day.
And makes their day. Thank you guys. I love you. I'll see you soon. Mwah. All
subscribe, like, hit that bell. Vote for me, Canada's fave. Canada didn't vote for this, man.
Yo, bro, I would have won if
If
Kief won, I would have won Canada's fave. You guys already know. I'm the
I would have won both.
Did
you win both?
No.
What?
They would not give you both. Actually, you maybe they would.
They want me to get that
Because
money.
they was giving you stuff.
This is my YouTube now. Have you ever used this?
No.
Once.
I forgot how to use it. I was like, yo.
This.
Hold on. We get it on tape so I remember. Alright, Kief, how do we sharpen the knife?
So it's just, make sure you have a clean knife. And it's just nice and easy strokes. It doesn't have to be a hard press. You just want to sharpen. That's it.
Nice and easy strokes, guys.
And when you're sharpening the knife, there's filings on it. So you want to wash that or wipe the knife down because there's metal shavings on it. You don't want to eat that shit.
Gotta wipe the knife down too?
Yeah.
It's giving you stuff.
It's called respect. He gives respect. He